I honestly don't know where this one's going to end up today. I mean, part of me feels totally disrespected, while the other part of me is like, well, yeah, Buzz, that's pretty much par for the course. And this one is squarely on Ubisoft and how they just keep pumping out inconsistent signals concerning the Division franchise. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is LtBuzzLitebeer, and I've been watching this hype build up towards this coming weekend's UbiForward event, and maybe it's just me, maybe I'm over here overreacting, but, well, yeah, you'll see as I lay it all out for you. Thanks again for all the continued support, as the channel is just a few thousand subscribers away from hitting our goal of 100,000. In case you haven't yet smashed that sub button for more intensive Division content, please do so. And don't forget to ring the bell to receive all my latest upload alerts. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to do my absolute best to spell this one out for you piece by piece. I'm going to try my best to keep a level head, and by the ending, hopefully if it doesn't turn into a rant, but anyways, by the time you hit the final seconds of this upload, you'll at least understand my frustrations and where I'm coming from. So here is Exhibit A. This is the Twitter hype splash released to build up excitement for the upcoming UbiForward event. Play that clip. So just to recap this short movie over on Twitter, you've got Skull and Bones, Mario Rabbids, and Assassin's Creed. And don't get me wrong, I love Assassin's Creed, and I'm truly excited to see where that one is headed, but that's about it in this splash trailer. So just keep this Twitter post from Ubisoft in the back of your mind as we move on. Here is Exhibit B, the official Ubisoft Forward website. It has that same hype splash playing again, and then it also has this text. UbiForward will bring you updates on upcoming games like Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope and Skull of Bones, as well as a special Assassin's Creed showcase offering a peek at the future of the franchise. For even more updates, be sure to catch our pre-show starting at blah 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 for news on the latest seasons, characters, and content from your favorite live games like, listen to this, Brawlhalla, For Honor, The Crew 2, Anno 1800, hopefully I said that correctly, and more. And by the way, I will leave a link to the site in case you want to check it out for yourself. Just check in the video description below. Here's Exhibit C, and just bear with me, this will all make more sense in a few moments. Again, here's Exhibit C. They are running a Twitch Drops program for viewers of UbiForward, and you can earn the following. Watch for 15 minutes to earn the Skull and Bones emblem in Skull and Bones. Watch for 30 minutes, you get some sort of explosive detail charm in Rainbow Six Siege. Watch for 45 minutes to earn the RC, that's Roller Champions 22 original cosmetic and Roller Champions. And watch for 60 minutes to earn the Sphinx tattoo set and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, like I've said of the previous two exhibits I've already showed you, just keep this kind of filed away in the back of your mind, as I will reference it in a few moments. And finally, here is Exhibit D, a small and rather unassuming tweet from the Division Games official account stating, "Agents, we'll see you at UbiForward on September 10 for updates on the Division 2, Heartland, and Resurgence." And then they've retweeted the Exhibit A UbiForward hype splash I've already showed you. Okay, so now that you've seen all the evidence, I might as well ask the question I know so many of you are thinking right now: where the f is the Division, and why isn't it even mentioned in any of the official Ubi press statements? And without that retweet from the official Division account, we wouldn't have any confirmation that any of the Division franchise games were planning on making a showing at UbiForward. Furthermore, you might think that a franchise that has 3 completely different streams of content either about to be updated or, like in the case of Heartland, be officially revealed to the worldwide audience. I mean, anyways, you would think that Ubisoft would say to themselves, maybe we should mention this Tom Clancy game we've got over here. Just taking the Division 2, for example, because we have some player count data on this one, but isn't this the game that boasted 40 million players for the franchise? And they stated that is 4 times the population of Sweden. I mean, this is the same game, right? Ubisoft makes no mention of the Division at all, not in their hype splash teaser and not even in their official site description. But they are very happy to let us know we will see more from Anno 1800 and Roller Champions, among others. And listen, I'm not here to bash those other two games, but I'm pretty confident neither of those titles boast 40 million players worldwide. Just grabbing a quick player count over on Steam for Anno 1800, and wait, does that say the game averaged 205 players over the past 30 days? Now, I know that is on Steam, and there are more on the various platforms and shops not listed here, but I don't see that player count varying wildly outside of Steam. I couldn't find anything on Roller Champions in terms of player counts, just this bright and bold tweet from their official account from back in June when the game launched. Now, this Ubi event description even mentions games like Brawlhalla and other games that I am certain have nowhere close to the following and player counts as the Division franchise. And this leads me to the inevitable conclusion that Ubisoft just doesn't feel the Division any longer. I mean, what other assumptions could we make? They make mention of basically every other game in their portfolio, either in the media splash or in the event description, except Tom Clancy's The Division. There's no Division 2, no Resurgence, and no Heartland listed anywhere. And again, if it weren't for that retweet from the official Division account, we'd be in the dark yet again. And maybe I'm completely wrong here, although I truly feel I am spot on, but let's explore the other side for a minute. Maybe, just maybe, the entire presentation for the Division was meant to be top secret and only revealed during the UbiForward event, but as you may know, I'm gonna fire back at that train of thought. The Division has pretty much always given the community a heads up if they will or will not be at an event ahead of time. And you would think, if they really wanted to kick off Heartland and Resurgence with as big a bang as possible, you'd expect to see some mention of them somewhere. But again, nothing. Also, let's hope they don't give us another 3.5 minutes of discussing why rubber ducks are in the live game for the Division 2. I'm going to take this a step further and make mention that even during the latest Ubisoft investors call for Q1, the entire presentation makes mention of Resurgence for a very small paragraph, where they talk more about mobile games in general than about Resurgence. And then also they mention Heartland for about 6 words total. There is never a peep about the Division 2. Nothing about player counts, nothing about units sold, return on investment, just nothing. Is this not the game that, again, last year boasted 40 million players across the entire franchise? This has to mean something, right? Well, I think it does. Now, I have no proof of this. This is just me making this statement, but I'm going to base this on my gut feelings and what I see and what I do not see. And all of this screams to me that Ubisoft corporate, not Massive or Redstorm or even the mobile HQ that is working on Resurgence, but Ubisoft corporate is done with this franchise. How else should I interpret them making mention of most every other title in their entire portfolio, but this giant game out here with a supposed 40 million players doesn't get one paragraph, not one word, not one letter, not even a f***ing punctuation mark. And we've seen this wildly inconsistent stance towards the franchise in the past, right? Do I need to reference how the game was supposedly done and over with after that Fei Lao manhunt? I mean, that was it, guys. Ubisoft had pulled the funding and was ready to move on. Now, we can debate and we'll probably never know exactly what went on in the background, but some months later, poof, here's the Division 2 back and trying to retool. We've also got Heartland weapon skins popping up on the latest Rainbow Six seasonal cosmetics, and Heartland showing up over on the Ubi store, which I was lucky enough to grab the footage for before they took it down and deleted the store post yet again. It just all feels so disrespectful towards what appears to be a very large player base that is stuck with this franchise through the thick and thin. Hell, one would think that with a reported 3 different Division franchise games making some form of announcements at UbiForward, that the franchise would get some little bit of exposure, even like a Twitch cosmetic, but Ubisoft corporate seems hell-bent on trying to sweep the entire game under the rug. Is this game, as Ubisoft has referred to it in the past, one of their core pillars of success for their portfolio, or is that just Ubi corporate blowing smoke up our asses yet again as they consistently attempt to act like this franchise doesn't exist? I don't know. Probably best I stop here and hopefully not that ranty. As always, I look forward to reading your feedback on this one. Remember to smash that sub button and ring the bell to stay up to date on all my latest uploads. If you could take a few seconds more to rate and or share this video, it would be greatly appreciated. You can find and follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and of course over on my community Discord server. Links to all my socials can be found in the video description and pinned comments below. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.